Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be, I just decided I have all these palettes and I need to get them used, and I looked through my collection and I was like, I want to bring some autumnal looks back, so I'm going to use a mixture of the Makeup with Rising Phoenix, which is by two brilliant sisters from Singapore, and this is the God and Goddess palette, and they made every single shade that you can see here. They made these shades all themselves. They are stunning. Now in the palette though, there is only 1, 2, 3 mattes. So we're going to dive into the Too Faced chocolate palette and use some mattes from here. So I'm going to do my eyes first. So let's just dab on in, shall we? Because I have actually filmed this video already, but then I went onto my phone, I pressed something and completely deleted the footage. So annoying. So the first thing I'm going into is this white shade here, White Chocolate, and we are just going to put it all over the lid. As I say, I ain't no makeup artist, so you'll just have to, well, you'll notice that I'm not. This palette's so nice. Do you know that even when you get a bit of kickback from it, it tastes nice? Okay, the next shade that I went in with, I've got all my brushes here as well that I used. The next shade that I went into was Milk Chocolate, and I used the same brush again. And I just took that right up into my crease. Well, the crease is right in there, so it's just above my socket actually. And I'll move you in closer in a minute or two. Yeah, my phone was going, there's not enough room on the SD card in your phone, so I deleted some stuff, but I didn't realise in pressing the button and deleting stuff, I actually ended up deleting the footage, and I was like, oh my god, I've just posted photos of it on Instagram, so I'm refilming. So I'm taking this colour, as I say, Milk Chocolate, just above my crease. Like my crease is here, socket is in there, so it's like the socket and above really. And I'm not the best at doing the old blending. I am trying my best. I don't know whether I use the right brushes or what, but when you follow people and you see them doing it and it looks good, you're like, oh, why can't I do it too? I've always got one eye that plays ball though compared to the other. Now the next colour I went in with was Salted Caramel, which was this colour here. And I took the same brush actually. I think I used the same brush for most of them. And I just went in again and we slightly took that a little bit just below there. It's just so that we had a bit of the brownie tones, and we took it into the inner corner as well. Just running it back and forward. And then we got a little blendy brush. Oh, I've got an itch. Got a blend, and we just blended back and forth as we went. And then we went back into Salted Caramel. Oh, I really want chocolate. I'm just going to eat this palette, I think. I don't even have any chocolate in the house. And being in the Isle of Skye, it's not like I can just pop to the shop and get any. Which is possibly a good thing. But I could do with a bit of chocolate. Or some ice cream or something. Just something sweet. Now, then I go into the Makeup with Rising Phoenix, and I'm taking this matte shade here, and I say it's the God and Goddesses, and this one is called Hera, or Hera, H-E-R-A. And I am going to take that on a slightly smaller brush, which is, well, it's a more fluffier brush. And we're going to tap the excess off, and then we are going to run this again just here on the outer edges. It's a bit more of a browny, orangey toned red. So it's just got those nice tones in it for the autumnal weather. And again, I'm just going to take it into the inner part of my eye as well and just sweep that over too, because I just wanted this to be the basis of like the outer sort of colour, if that makes any sense. There's actually not a lot of fall down from the Makeup with Rising Phoenix shadows, but I wasn't sure if I would get loads of fallout, which is why I'm doing my eyes first before I put the foundation on. And then we'll just take whatever's left on the brush, just take that up a bit higher, and then into the inner corner of the eye and just blend that out. And I'll take a tiny wee bit more just on this inner portion, just so that it's matching. And again, I know it's almost like I'm just going over it all, so what's the point in putting that brown shades on? But I don't know, this is what I liked of the thingy. And then we'll just blend a little bit more. I'm just conscious of the time because Strictly starting soon. And I only just noticed there recently that the thing had gone. Okay, so that's us done with that palette. Then what I did was I went in with this shade here, which, excuse me, is called Zeus. Oops, I didn't drop it. And I took my finger, ring finger, and I got some of it on there, and I just put it all over the lid to start with. I actually just used my little camera here. And this is just a nice colour. So I'm just pressing it on with my finger. I tried with a brush. I've just dunked my nail into that. And then I did the same on the other eye as well. Just really creating that nice sort of look. So it's still an autumnal nice look, but it is also got that bit of a vibe to it. And then I go back here and have a look. Got my blending brush and I just gave it a little bit of a blend. Just blending it over a bit. Then I went into, now I didn't bring the tiny wee brush. I had a little brush and I went into this gold. Now this one is called Chronos. And I actually used a little small brush, but I've left that through my room. So this is the gold. And what I did was I took it into the inner portion of my eye here. So I'm just stamping it on into the inner portion of my eye. It's like literally like foiled gold. And these ladies, they make all these shadows by hand, like themselves. They are so talented. And I was super honoured to be sent this palette. So we put the gold in like that. And it's just absolutely stunning. And then blending brush. And then we just gave it a little blend, but not too much because I didn't want to take the effect away from it. And then I'm going to slightly go back in with this other sort of colour and just add a wee bit more on to this portion of the eye with it. Oh, I just love it. And then what I did was, what was left on this brush, I just looked up, did this weird face, and just ran the rest of it under my eye. Then I went in with, where is my eye pen? Put that out of the way. I went in with my Dago de la Palma pencil, and I did my eyeliner. So I am really not very good at eyeliner at all. But I sometimes feel with some looks, it just needs it just a wee bit. So I decided to try it with this look. And then we've got the waterline. This is such a good pen liner. You can get it in Marks and Spencer's other eye. Now I need to concentrate, peeps, because I don't seem to have the best vision when trying to do this on. Again, just healing that over, and I've got eyelashes missing there from when I had chickenpox. Do you know something? This has actually worked better this time than it did when I first filmed it. Yes, it did. It actually worked so much better this time. Well then, normally I can only do the liquid eyeliner if I am half cut. Then I used the Buxom Big T's. And we're going to put this on. I got this from Latest in Beauty. I'm loving the brush. Oh, this palette, honestly, it just smells divine. Oh, I've got an eyelash. Make a wish, quick. Okay, so that's the eyes on. So we're going to move on to base. I am going to use, if I can find it, what have I done with it? Oh, my little sample that I got from MAC. This is Face and Body in C1. It's a very buildable foundation, but it's also very liquidy, so you don't need a lot. And I'm going to just take some and pop it on my face. I'm just taking what's in the lid to start off with, just because it literally is such a sheer foundation and you don't need a lot, she says. And then just taking this sponge here that I got from my ASOS advent calendar last year, and I think it's by Spectrum or Skinny Dip, one of them too. And I'm just going to add it to my face. Now it's very sheer and nice coverage. You know, you can build it up, but I quite like the fact that it is just giving you a bit of something without too much, because the eyes are quite dramatic, to be fair. So I can't get over how well I did this eyeliner. Maybe I overthink it. I'm quite impressed. I mean, if you look too close up, you're like, no. So that's the foundation done. As I say, oh, nearly dropped the whole pigging thing. I'm so clumsy. Like, I really have got worse with clumsiness. Then I took my Naked Skin by Urban Decay colour corrector in Peach and put a tiny bit in here, really, because this is where I get the darkness and I get redness around my schnoz. And then I took my Eco Tools sponge. Kelly's doing weird things, so it is. And I really get such darkness in that little nook of your nose there. So I try and just take the heat of my hand and press that in around my nose. I've got friends on, but the telly's on mute, so every time I see it moving, it's like distracting me. I should have just put the TV off while I was doing this. Okay, then on top of that, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer in the shade Biscuit. And this is only my second time using this. So just apply a little under the eyes and a little bit to the little cluster of hormonal spots that I've decided to brace me and show me some love along the way. And again, I just bounce that into my skin, under my eyes, and then I use my finger. It's quite a thick concealer, this one actually. I'm so excited. Are any of you guys going to watch Strictly? I can't wait to see who they get picked. Give me a moment, guys. I'm just going to get the controller and change the channel over so that if it does start, I can see what's happening while I speak to you. Next, I'm going to take Charlotte Tilbury just to set under my eyes. This is in medium 2. Where's the brush that I used to set it with? Oh, I'll just use this little sponge here. And we shall set under the eyes. I just can't believe that the video literally, it did film, but then I didn't realise that when I was trying to get rid of stuff, it all went. Then I used this ambient lighting palette from Hourglass. It has a finishing powder, 2 blushes, a bronze and a highlight. So I'm going to use the bronzer, and I'm using this Luxie brush again that I got in my advent calendar from ASOS last year. And it's just a nice, it's handy, this palette, because you can take it with you. You know what I mean? I don't use it enough. I mean, it has got a fair dent out of it. You know, I'm not saying that I've never used it. It's just sometimes, this is the thing, when you're a makeup addict like myself, you end up with so many different makeup products that you're stuck for choice, really, aren't you? Now, with the same brush, I am going to go into this crazy looking... No, actually it wasn't. It was this brush I used. And I used this to put the blush on. Just a nice little flush of colour there. Then for highlight, we are going into this one down here. And this is such a good brush. This is an Essence cheek blush. Oh, that I got from a lovely subscriber called Emma, who sent me a lovely box of things last November. So thank you, Emma. And then last but not least, I'm going to go into this finishing powder, which is very chalky indeed. And we're just going to dust some of this all over the face, just to give it that set. And then the piece de la resistance is eyebrows and then lips. So we've got Benefit Browsings #1. And I don't do too much with my eyebrows. Sometimes I can even get away with just leaving them, because this is one done and this one isn't. So as you can see, I don't really need that much at all to be done to them. It just gives it a wee bit of something else. Then we've got lips. So we're using MAC Whirl. Using a sharpen. Just really need a sharpen. The good thing is, guys, with me refilming this, the video is not as long as me yabbering on. Then I'm using MAC lipstick in Twig. This is a satin formula. I think I got this one in the MAC edition, Look Fantastic box. And that, my beautiful people, is the lip. That bottom lip of mine annoys me. And then to finish it all off, we have got the iconic London Prep Set and Glow Spray, and this smells divine. Whatever the scent is, they should make it into a perfume, and that's me done. So this is the finished look, using the Makeup with Rising Phoenix God and Goddess palette and some of the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette to show you just a kind of sexy, sultry, whatever you want to call it, kind of look for winter or autumn. So guys, if you enjoyed this look, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell button to be notified, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye!